What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Now, our good buddy Roland Martin has been oscillating with his opinions and viewpoints on Kevin Samuels. One day he believes that he is genius in what he's doing. Next thing, he believes that people who are watching him are they're frauds. Okay, they're wasting their time. You know, this is what Roland Martin does. Okay, this is what Roland Martin does. But see, the very interesting thing about Roland Martin is if you cannot beat them, then you can join them. You understand? If you can't beat them, join them. This is typically what you see happening when you have what I would consider fans. Roland Martin, whether he wants to believe it or not, he is a Kevin Samuels fan. Because today, or earlier, Roland Martin was in a daishiki, looks like. You know, he's pro-black, but always supporting the same people who have discriminated against African Americans while wearing that daishiki, but then, you know, bug dancing for Hillary Clinton. But that's another story. You know, he wants to teach an impromptu masterclass on how to become a high-worth man or woman at work. Now, I did listen to a few minutes of it, and I mean, I won't denounce some of the information. He's talking about how to be a high-worth man to the company's bottom line and things like that. That very interesting information. Some people in the comment section liked it. But to be fair, Mr. Martin, you've never talked about high worth before, have you? You talk about a lot of things on your channel, typically dealing with politics, white supremacy, the typical race baiting things that we see from people on the left, such as yourself, things that hold no real value. But now today you want to offer an impromptu masterclass. As you're driving down the street in the struggle camera phone, how to become a high worth or woman at work, high worth man or woman. And you made sure to put worth so that you didn't put value. But we're not going to play with words and interchangeable phrases, are we, Roland? Because we know that your high worth man at work is equivalent. While it's not equal, I will say, but it is similar to the variation of the high value man by Kevin Samuels. But here's the hypocrisy of that. If Kevin Samuels is describing parameters of what a high value man is, what his net worth is, what he should be doing, the things that he does, because Kevin Samuels is an entrepreneur, so are you, so am I, then people are wasting their time when they listen to him. But Roland, what if I were to say people are wasting their time if they're listening to you talking about becoming a high worth man or woman at work? See, would you feel offended? Because that is bias, right? Because if I say that if people listen to you, the same guy who would like to keep African Americans on the Democratic plantation, which you are, at least rumored to be a part of that, then wouldn't you feel that, in my case at least, I would be right? It's totally okay for people to listen to you talk about high worth or high worth man or woman, but if it's Kevin Samuels, are wasting their time. But see, if you can't beat them, then you can join them. So let's change the words around. Let's change the settings and scenarios around, and let's talk about the same lingo that you've never discussed before in this fashion or in this vernacular on your channel, but you're doing so once you know that this lingo is popping. What's next? Modern woman at work, Roland? Modern man at work, Roland? Roland, you're a hater. This ain't the first time that, you've done this with, black creators. I know you've gotten into it with Tariq Rashid and Jason Black, people like that. But, if you can't beat them, let's join them. Let's hate on them. Let's watch and study them. And then let's change it around to fit the narrative so I can't really say that I'm really biting his style. But, Roland, you are biting his style. Now you want to give advice on how to be high net worth, how to high value. But my question is to you, Roland, what's your inspiration for this? Do you want to admit it? Do you want to admit it, Roland? See, this is what I don't like about some folk in the black community. I remember when Master P was with No Limit, and Master P was known for this. He was known for taking other folks' stuff and not giving them credit for it, okay? The ice cream man that the Loonies did, okay, from Oakland. Master P went and bit the whole entire thing. Then started hating on him. That's just what Roland Martin's doing. First you're a fan, now you're hating, so then you steal and become a fan again. Because you're influenced by what new black media is doing. I just don't get guys in the black community. I just really don't. Instead of just congratulating and not being a hater, let's go ahead and let's hate on people who are popping, because no one is watching me in that same volume. So I'm going to talk down on him and then steal from him to make myself look good. That's crazy. Now, it's one thing to steal from somebody, just, without trying to tear them down. Like, I can see if you had something and you just really was a fan, because some people take some of my things and take some of my sound effects or whatever. If I like them and then I do them maliciously, it doesn't bother me. But if you are a hater, you're a hater, I'm gonna have a problem with you. I have never hated on somebody and then tried to copy them. Because do you know what, Roland? That's stupid. A guy who is a guy who should be as smart as you, don't you think that doesn't make any sense? Because that doesn't make any sense. Roland? It doesn't make any sense. So Roland, what are you gonna say about yourself this time? I mean, you can't just hate on Kevin Sims and then steal his link and then steal his ideas. That, my friend, is sad. I expect more from you from that. But you are talented. I will give you that. But this one doesn't look too good, brother. Guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. Check out the Black Ben Are Perfect t-shirts, guys. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high.